Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we'll be going through the Adelaide versus Brisbane game in which Brisbane won a thriller at their home ground 35-33, which included two late goals to steal it at the death, one by Dakota Davidson and the other by the likes of Taylor Smith. I think Taylor Smith ended up with 2 goals, was it? 2 goals, 1 for her. Dakota Davidson kicked a goal and Hodder and Dwyer were the other goal kickers for Brisbane. Then for Adelaide, you had Gould with 2, Marinoff 1, Hatchard 1, and Charlton 1. So anyway, let's quickly jump into this recap here. As you see, we still have a little bit of this home ground issue problem that was talked about yesterday. But anyway, let's jump into it. Marinoff 24, 7, 5 and 5, 135 points. And that's like dipped her average, I believe, or something like that. Yeah, she just had a really good game. 31 touches, 7 marks, 5 tackles. And it wasn't even, like, she's renowned for getting huge tackle numbers. If we just go here quickly, 143 average, and you can just see here that was low for tackles, 5, and a considerable low. She's had 17, 24, 43, 52 tackles in 5 games. That's over 10 a game at the moment that she's running by. And she had 47 and 4 before that as well, which was almost 12 a game. So yeah, she just gains huge amount of points from that. And she continues on getting 60 plus points from kicks, which is just a huge amount when you combine that with her tackles per game. She's basically getting 100 points from kicks and tackles, and then add in the marks as well, which she's doing a fair amount too. That's 9, 16, 23, 24 marks for the year, which is about 5 marks a game alongside... 16, 26. So alongside about 10 points from, so you got 25 points from handballs and marks alongside that as well. And that's where she's getting all the numbers there. When you think about it, is about 70 or so points from kicks, 40 points or so from marks. So that gets you to 110. And then about the 25 points from hit handballs and marks. And it's actually fallen short. So I'm trying to think, where am I missing maybe? Not free kick. She's kicked 3 goals as well, so that's 18, so 20 odd. So yeah, I think it's more the goals stuff that I'm missing, because I think she's breaking even here with 4 free kicks against, and 6, 7, 12. So that's complete break even there. So it must be the goals and behinds that I'm missing, which is about 4 or 5 per game. So yeah, she's getting to 143 on average. She's just an absolute freak. And then you've got Hatchard here. 98, 27 touches, 6 marks, a crucial contested mark goal as well. I'm pretty sure it was the contested mark that she slotted through to get the goal as well. She got to 98, probably one to consider in the double game week that they have in round 7, as St Kilda don't really have anyone. Melbourne don't really have anyone that I'm looking at, and I'm pretty sure that's it for the doubles, or at least I'm missing one team here that I can't remember for round 7 double. St Kilda, Giants. It's the Giants. Giants don't have really anyone. You're not going Goldsworthy in the double. I don't think many will go Parker, just given what she's been outputting. I don't think so. I think she's moving more about that, and she showed last night. 78 last night. Goldsworthy actually got up to 97 last night, which is kind of freakish, given that I didn't really see that coming, but she had a 58-point second half, which was huge for her, as she had, and the 29-point first quarter. So it was only the second quarter last night that she did really poorly. So maybe you do go Goldsworthy, but that would be kind of a, let me actually see what Goldsworthy price is. That would be, you're either going Goldsworthy, who's 901, or you're going probably Hatchard, who's going to be probably sitting somewhere around that marker as well. Hatchard's probably more of the safe play than Goldsworthy, and I don't know who they play in their double, but you have in the double, let me actually just check this. Gold Coast has got, GWS has got St Kilda, Adelaide's got Melbourne, and then do they play each other? They play each other, so you'd probably be leaning more towards Hatchard just given that. But anyway, let's move back here. But that's sort of the decision that you've got, I guess. Randall, 93. She was amazing, especially last quarter, getting a couple of intercept marks and bombing them back inside 50 late on to try and rescue the result. Gould, Newman crashing it back down to earth. The first time I recorded this, if we go back here, you'll see quickly. basically the defenders have all stabilised in the 70 region, and very much can be said about the same with the forwards, is that you've got all this here where you've got all the forwards here doing their job. Huntington is down there at 52, so she's doing what we thought she would do. But yeah, like I was saying, most of the defenders are starting to get to that 70 range, which we always expect, and then the midfielders are the difference makers in the end. Goodwin, Kelly, Charlton, Biddell. Biddell still taking kickouts is a little bit annoying over the likes of Randall, because Randall, I just think, is the better person to be taking kickouts. Maybe that's just me being biased because I have her, but I'm pretty sure Biddell still has a 75% majority on kick ends. You can actually see here, 5 out of 5, and Randall had 0. So yeah. A little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Randall still finding her points there in different methods. A lot from tackles out of the centre bounce or the stoppage is what Randall's getting her points from. 3 free kicks for, none against was a good thing as well, because she had a couple of free kicks against last week. Down we go. Punter, we've been talking about this dramatically. That when she scored the 100, I was really annoyed because I didn't really understand that role too well. But after watching it for a couple more weeks, it looks extremely clear that Ponta is pushing forward out of the stoppage and Randall is pushing back. And pushing back is just getting Randall a lot of points because Adelaide actually do play a sort of marking style, which doesn't really help out Ponta as much. She can't really get on the board as much. And when she isn't kicking goals, Ponta, it really does look like she isn't scoring well. So I just really like Randall's role a lot better because she is a strong tackler as well as can take contested grabs and is a good distributor in general. So she's just, they wanted her in her hands as much as possible, the ball. So just get it to her. Sarah Allen, so Jessica Allen, 21. She's sort of the ruckman other than Strom have really struggled this year in patches. So if we look at the ruckman for here, you'll see Strom and then a big drop off to the Wales sisters, Kelly, Edmonds, Frederick, Pierce out for a while now. O'Dowd even just sitting there. So yeah, you can sort of see it. And yeah, you saw the two girls that were destined to be starting for most teams in both, Edmonds and Moffat are just, down there, whereas you've got Strom here, 12% owned. Those people who started Strom have absolutely dominated. But we'll see. I think it'll be a new ruckman next year, probably Moffat, that goes off, just given that she hopefully can get over her injury issues. Custerman, Martin, Levy, Boiler, Carr, and then Tottenham. Then we go over to Brisbane, and you've got Ali Anderson, 113, Savart, 91. Ali Anderson just doing her thing, 113, I think. Other than that big game that she had, I want to say in round two. You can see the 116 and the 161. She really hasn't done anything out of the ordinary. So it was just this big game here where she had a horrific disposal efficiency, but got the job done with points-wise. And she is still averaging 107, but I think that'll dip down progressively. I think that will probably end up being around that 103. I reckon will end up around that marker. And if you remove that 161, if you remove it already, she's got 6 games at 107.5. That's, let me just check, 6 times 107.5 minus 161 times that, divide that by 5. She's averaging 96.8. So I just think that was just an outlier game that progressively, if I just times that by 10 plus the 161, divide that by 11, if she goes at this marker of 96.8 throughout the whole year and then just has that one outlier game, she'll end up at 102.6, which I think is just roughly about where I think she'll end up. I think she'll have a game where she goes and scores a 70 or something like that. She may even have a rest game or something like that if they have easy opponents in the future, which I don't know Brisbane do. Maybe Sydney, they just decide to rest her in the final round. I think they have Sydney soon. They've got, no, they don't have Sydney in the final round. Who have they got? They got St Kilda in the final round, but in round, they have Sydney late on. Yeah, they've got Sydney in round 9. So maybe I don't know exactly where they are on the ladder. They're 6 games, 20 points. So maybe they're somewhere close to being near enough the top that they can just sort of rest her in the Sydney game, given that Sydney probably will have another 2 or 3 injuries by then, given how their season is going. So maybe they rest her in that game or something like that, because that's something you've got to watch out for soon as well. But Ali Anderson, 32 touches, 4 marks, 4 tackles was absolutely huge. Savak, Dawes, Conan as well was absolutely huge down back. I thought she did really, really well intercepting the ball. I was going to say I didn't think she took 3, but 7 is definitely a number. I wouldn't be surprised if she took that many marks. Hodder with 8 tackles as well was pretty big, but this is like a one in an outlier performance from her. If you just look at her stats here when it loads, you'll see what I mean. 42, 62, 63, 43, 56, I think was the round 1. So you can just see 58 on the year isn't the worst, but she didn't come up when it was big, needed in the double games, which would have been huge for those that had a Savak, Grider, Taylor Smith, 64 as well. She's done really well in a surprising way, I would say, as a key forward. Ellinger, 58. That was sort of an outlier a couple of weeks ago when she scored 90-odd. Mullins, Conway as well as slid back down, only a 53. She's sort of very much similar to the likes of Chad Warner and other men's players, where very much an impact player, can hit the scoreboard hard, but outside of that, she does struggle a little bit to rack up the pill, which is definitely a means of getting a lot of points. She is a strong tackler, but when the tackles are only at 5 or 6, she really does struggle to put on scores. Evie Long, 51, Bolts, Davidson, Hickey. The ruckman didn't do too well this week with a 44 and a 33, so 77 between the main 2 rucks. Dunn, Postlethwaite, Luca Yashida Martin, Shannon Campbell, Hartle, 15, she just had a shocker. And then O'Dwyer with 9, and that pretty much is the video. They're going through the Brisbane versus Adelaide game. If you did enjoy the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you are notified, I guess, when I upload next, which will be in half an hour's time with the last game review of the round, and then that'll be probably where I cut it off, given that I can start the game reviews on the Sunday for this round that started. And then I'll see you guys in those videos. Bye, guys.